Good morning, guys. Today is 6th of June and it's 6:32 a.m. Eastern Time. So this is our market outlook call for Friday, 6th June, which is the option expiry day as well. Apologies, guys, I couldn't produce daily call yesterday. I had a bad throat. Some of you reached out to me. Thank you very much for that. So let's start with what's happening in the market. So I'm most of you aware what happened yesterday. Trump, Musk feud, Tesla share slide, non-farm payroll today. What's moving? So that's going on. U.S. Stock futures rise ahead of payroll reports. Musk and Trump likely to talk today. What else in the market? So U.S. tariff likely to remain high despite legal challenges. And then I think Trump and the Chinese premier had a talk, and they're going to continue to talk. So that is also the news yesterday that brought the market up, and then the series of tweets between President Trump and Elon Musk was the key episode yesterday, and that has brought the markets into market was a little bit shaky. Let's see what is on the economic calendar. So what we have on the economic calendars, we have a number of key economic events, which is one of them is non-farm payroll. Expectation forecast is 126K. Previous one was 177K. And then we have unemployment rate. Okay, then FOMC member speaks at 10. And then what else do we have? This is, I think, in my opinion, consumer credit is also important at 3 p.m. And then commitment of traders report on oil, gold, and NASDAQ and S&P futures. So that's what I see. And let's go and let's look at the probability map. Now, the probability map yesterday was bullish, but with the event, what has happened, which is known to us, the market picked up nicely, but then the series of tweets brought the market down. So today, what we are seeing is Dow 62% up in historically, and S&P 43%, and NASDAQ 48%. So it's going to be a mixed to bearish day. Let's go and guys, thank you very much for following me on Twitter. Thank you very much for following me on YouTube. As a TWT Learning, we provide financial market education and research. Anybody interested in financial market trainings, please reach out to me on admin@twtlearning.com. What we identify, we try to identify the high probability investing and trading setups for longer term, medium term, longer term, for long-term portfolios, medium-term portfolios, short-term, and intraday strategies. These are all fractal strategies. They work on all time frame. It works better on the investment side because on the daily, there's a lot of noise. On the intraday chart, there's a lot of noise. We are emotional, and then emotionality is shown in the prices. So that's what we do. We take from high probability from here. The setup we have is from 75% to 95% probability. Feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to reach out to admin@twtlearning.com. And we can make sure that your journey to learning the market is marvelous. So let's go to Dow Jones. So in the case of Dow Jones, as mentioned last time, that this is the weekly chart of Dow Jones. Dow Jones has a resistance around this level, which is 42.6, about 42.600. The high is almost 42.650. So we're just trading in this box, and as long as we remain in this box, we can be grinding actually on the weekly basis, grinding in the coiling price action, you can say it. Let's go to S&P. S&P did try to go through this one on a weekly chart, but came back again. So that means we're still going to remain between this range from 59.58 to 57.93 on a short to medium term basis. Where it comes to NASDAQ, NASDAQ tried to move higher. Let's see where it closes this week. But again, it's coming back into it, still above this. Above the resistance of this box, which is at 21,501, we closed at 21,547. Right, let's go to let's see where the futures are. So in the case of NASDAQ futures, we actually tested, so this is the second, this is the first time we've moved away above this one. And now we've moved up, and then we are actually a little bit higher. So 21,560.70 is this level, and we are trading at 21,673, which is, I think the market sentiments have changed due to potential call between President Trump and Elon Musk. So let's see how it goes during the day. This is going to be 21,560 is going to be the key level. As long as we hold this level, then we have probability of going back to 22K. Let's say. On S&P futures, it's still continuing in this box. So we tried to break this one, came back into it. I will just keep an eye on the almost 6,000. Let's see how it goes. We rejected 6,000 a couple of times here. Same here. And yesterday we made, previous was 6,008. We made 6,016 and came back. So 6,000 is going to be a strong level to cross. And let's see how it goes. Let's come back to the volatility. So UVXY hit this level yesterday, and now at the moment in the pre-market, it's basically trading below it. As long as it remains below it, we have probability of going back to 20. We are now 21.70. QQQ has actually penetrated this rising trend line. So we are holding this support, likely to remain between 523 to 530.31. It all depends on non-farm payroll. I think non-farm payroll, from my perspective, it will be a non-event. I think the major thing will be what happens with Trump and Elon Musk conversation, if there's anything on trade tariff. Otherwise, I think non-farm payroll, unless there's a large surprise, like what we are expecting is, the market expectation is 126K. So if it comes way below 126K, like something like below 100K, less than 100K, then that's a surprise. Or it comes above 177K. So we have seen 177K previous, and now 126K. So let's see how it comes. Right? In the case of SPY, I mentioned in my last call that SPY has rejected this resistance, came down. We are holding this level. SPY needs to hold 590 on the downside to at least go back to 600. So even we have futures are also struggling. So let's see. S&P futures are struggling. Let's come back to individual stocks. In the case of Tesla has broken this rising trend line, and then it dropped. We're seeing the 4-hourly chart because there's been a lot of action overnight, and now we have seen gap in the pre-market. If everything goes well with this, probably this gap can take us to at least 620, 625 if we maintain this gap, but there will be bi-directional move. It will not go in one straight line, but there will be bi-directional move. But if the call is in early in the morning, then there's a probability that we may move faster. When it comes to NVDA is holding this support, which is around 139. Let's see if it holds, if it manages to hold, because it it all depends how it goes, and then we have option expiry today as well. If we hold this one, we have probability of going back to 140, 144, around that level. AMD broke through this 29, came back again, so it's moving through and fro. And let's see if it's able to break 119, 120 on the top side. Alphabet, nothing. Google, it's just hovering around this trend line, consolidating. We'll see when the consolidation finishes, whichever side it breaks, we'll look into that one. Broadcom after earning has dipped a bit. Now, 250 is the key level on Broadcom. We hold 250, 249. We have more room on the upside. The results were very good. The earnings, there was earning upbeat and as well as guidance upbeat. Apple, as mentioned last time, that 205, 206 is the strong resistance, failed. It's still, it all depends on, if there's anything on US-China trade tariff, Apple is one of the, maybe the beneficiary or maybe victim over a period of time. Microsoft earning gap is still holding this trend line. Microsoft looks good. So far, it looks strong. Let's see how it goes. Amazon still holding this trend line. These are all 4-hourly charts. So still holding this trend line. As long as we manage to hold about 205, Amazon can be also beneficiary of US-China tariff. So let's see how it goes today. On the dollar, on the gold front, we actually broke this trend line. We've seen some spike. Now we are just holding this one. I personally think that if things cools down between, if the uncertainty moves away, then there is a possibility, uncertainty on the trade tariff and the job numbers comes in line or a little bit around the expectation. So then, or if it comes much lower the expectation, then gold will have some impact. Gold will drop. I still see that gold can come down to 3,300. Where it comes to US dollar is holding around 98.99. If we break 99.20 decisively, we have room to. So it's basically moving between 100 and 98 points. So it's hovering around 98.6 and 98.35 and 100. Same thing here. The low is 97.92. So it's still holding that one. So we'll see how it goes. In the case of oil, we're just finding some resistance around this level, 63. We're still around 63.40. So let's see, can it pull back? Can it come down? US Treasury, 5 years, 3.98, still the same. Nothing has changed in this one. Guys, I wish you a wonderful trading day, and we'll be speaking with you sometime next week. Have a great day and have a great weekend. Take care.